Campaign Against Climate Change Trade Union Group. I hope you know about our work. We produced the 1 Million Climate Jobs report, and one of the things that we were discussing this morning is about how we can organise a meaningful block of trade unionists and supporters of 1 million climate jobs on the demonstration on the 29th. There's work to be done as ever, but there's lots of positives happening. So we are getting many more of the major trade unionists signed up to support the demonstration on the 29th and begin to commit themselves to mobilising their members to come out on the demonstration and join us on that trade union climate jobs block, which I just think is so important, because so often we are told there are no answers, there's nothing that you can do about the problem, and the real solutions are being deliberately ignored by our government, and worse than deliberately ignored by our government, they're being undermined, and I want to finish up on that point. The second thing to report from Campaign Against Climate Change, Pete's already done it. I recognise faces from the Time to Act demonstration earlier this year, and thanks so much for all of those people who got behind that Time to Act demonstration. It showed the energy and the organisation, the capacity of grassroots or mobilisations, and I think that's what was so very important about it. So coming out of that is the idea that we continue a campaign, because it is time to act. Something that allows groups to come together, kind of create their own initiatives, and so far there have been some really nice things have happened. In Sheffield, about a month ago, we worked with Sheffield Climate Alliance for a Time to Act conference, kind of a regional conference. Its ambition was national, but it turned out to be regional. But very, very enjoyable day, lots of networking, lots of commitment. In Manchester, at the end of the actions of the Tory Party conference, there was another Time to Act conference in Manchester again. I know some of you have been part of those mobilisations, and as Pete said, the hope is that those kind of regional initiatives can roll out next year. Second thing is Time to Act, the campaign with Campaign Against Climate Change, will work with Climate Revolution, a group called Fully Focused. We're always talking about reaching to the sections of society that aren't necessarily represented, either their voices or their presence. And one area is young people. Those young people, 14, 16, 18, that age group, so rarely get an opportunity to say what they feel about the issue, and yet they're the generation that are living with the implications of what is going on. So there's a brilliant, I think it's a brilliant little video is going to come out, launched on the 29th, a month before the demonstration on October the 29th. Is a demonstration, and hopefully it does speak with the voice of young people and speak to young people and asks those young people to come and mobilise onto the demonstration on the 29th and forward onto Paris. The final thing I want to say is this. I really endorse what people have said earlier on, what Sheila said, what Tina said. You know, this is about to Paris and beyond, and where I would like to see one of our energies go when we come back after Paris in 2016 is I'd like to see us kind of, follow through that unity that we've created around this mobilisation to turn our attention to this government, because this government is undermining any serious opportunities that we've got for tackling climate crisis. They do it deliberately, they're doing it provocatively, they're investing precisely in the areas that are going to damage the planet, and they are completely undermining those areas which could save the planet. There's a whole swathe of people who have just lost their jobs in renewable energy. Can you believe that? At a time when we need to reduce emissions, people have been chucked out of the jobs that could actually reduce emissions. So I'd like to see us work together when we come back from Paris to really turn our attention to this absolutely awful, outrageous government and really start showing them up and getting rid of them as quickly as we possibly can.
Thank you very much. Okay, now this is an opportunity for people to say a few words if they've got like an important point they would like to make and to address the group with. If you'd like to